What's up, everybody? J.R. Raymond back again, coming to you from Total Sports here in Mount Clemens, Michigan, where today we're going to take that Command, the Columbia 300 Command, out on the lanes. I've got that typical, for me, the pin down version that I like to use. It's that 85 by 5 by 85. So we're going to take that out here. Same thing as what you just saw with the Rubicon, a little bit used condition. So we're going to throw it to the right, throw it to the left. We're going to see what it does in all these certain spots. But we're going to take it out here. I think it's 42 feet here in a minute. Stay tuned. All right, here we go. We're gonna take this this Command out here, and we're gonna try and see what it gives us. But you can see the layout. It's that pin down version that I use on the bowling balls that I like the pin down layout on. So we're gonna start a little bit straighter, see what 8, 9, 10 gives us, if it'll stay in that spot. Ooh, slippery. Dang it. Yeah, so that one really picked up and didn't hold the spot. So this ball, you can tell, is, I mean, it's always been, I shouldn't say always been, I don't even know, but it's earlier than the Rubicon was. So for those of you that just saw that Rubicon video, this is earlier, but not a strong downline, I can tell you right away. Yeah, and I'm at another place where the reset button doesn't work, so I got to shoot the spares. So if I leave anything funky, you get to see me shoot at them. But all right, we move 5 left. I fully expect this to overhook too. We'll see what happens. Oh, I mean, it overhooked early, but it bailed the rest of the way. All that oil. So I can't imagine this ball's gonna look good until I can really go left or right. Once I can throw it to the dry, it might look pretty good there. But it definitely sat there in the oil. All right. So let's see. I'm just gonna jump left now. See what it does. I'm gonna try and keep it tight and see if it'll hook in the oil. Maybe I'll 5-pin again. I didn't 5-pin, but almost 5, 7, 10. But it didn't, it's still red early. It's still red the middle of the lane, which is a good thing. And I laid this ball out for flatter conditions. So it's doing what I expected it to do, what I wanted it to do. So don't fret that it's not exactly looking great down lane. It's just because of, you know, what I've done with it. So it'll look good once I throw it to the dry. So I will stay in that same spot and move my eyes to the right just to get it to go into the dry now and see how it comes off of it. Much better. So it's just a smoother arc off of the dry, but you still see it still picked up the dry. So that was good. I'm getting my 10-pin practice in now. All right. So now I'll actually just move a few more left off of that shot. Keep my eyes fairly close to the same so that way it gets to the dry. And see if it strikes. There you go. So now we get it to the dry enough, and you can really watch it roll through the pins. So that is where this ball gets good. Just like I said, once I move left and start throwing it to the right, it looks good. So the key things to notice on this is how it's not overreacting off the dry. It hits the dry and starts to roll off of it and roll through the pins. And it doesn't, like the Rubicon, you could tell if you go back and watch that video, when I got it to the dry, especially if I got it there early, it overreacted off the dry because it's a stronger cover or a stronger layout. I'm gonna go a few more left. Still keep throwing it to the right. Oh, I spun that one. Well, look at that. I spun it up and it still found a way to roll through the pins properly. So that's why I like these layouts, because it allows me to do those types of things. And especially when they're flatter, you get a ball that's not going to overreact when you miss in a little bit in the flatter part of the lane. All right, try this again. But that's where you come into a problem on a league condition, is if it doesn't get to the dry fast enough, it's not going to get through the pins. It's going to seize too much oil, and it's going to flat 10 like that. So if I were you, I mean, I like this ball. I like the way it's seeing the lane. I just wouldn't lay it out like this if you're not bowling on flat conditions. If you're bowling on flat conditions, then use this. Just don't put a longer pin on this. I think I would prefer the shorter pin, 4.5-inch pin at the longest for this if I'm using it on a league pattern. So I'm gonna get up against the ball return now. And I'm gonna try to keep it in the oil and see what happens. Deep on the lane, in the oil. Nice and slow. Yeah, I mean, if you keep slow enough, you can get to read that spot well enough. But it's difficult. It's not an easy shot to repeat because it's so much slower than your, my average ball speed. Now let me try one in front of the ball return, and I'm going to try to throw it right. See if it goes through the pins. Oh, it would have. It just didn't quite get there. But the overall, if you look at the arc of the ball, how it's arcing all the way around. Oh, I just ran out, but that's okay. That was my last shot. Here, give me a second. We'll talk. All right, so now we're good. We see that command. Now what I was saying is what you want to pay attention to is the overall roundness, the arc of the ball. So you could see the times when I threw it to the dry, it just rolled off of it and was really smooth, didn't overreact, but it was still strong enough to get through the pins when I got it to the right spot. In the oil, you could do the same thing, you just had to slow down enough. You never saw a spot where this ball got to the dry and just looked like somebody kicked it left. It never did that, which is always a good sign, especially for tournament conditions, or if you really like playing straighter on the lane in the dry and you don't want a ball that's going to overreact, this is definitely the piece for you. So make sure to head over to BowlerX.com, get yours today. There's going to be a link in the description for you. But until next time, guys, I'm out of here. We'll see you later.